What is goody, ladies and gentlemen? So today was, I guess more of an active recovery day. All I did were these leg raises here, and then I did some just like punching, I guess drills or whatever on the punching bag. I wouldn't really say drills. It was just kind of some random stuff. But it's like I really feel like I couldn't do anything. Today would have been a pulling session, but it's like from those 100 reps that I did, my lats still were sore, and like, excuse me, and just in general, like my body was pretty tired. I did have work the day before, and that kind of beat me up. And then of course I had work that entire day, and then I had work that entire day the day before that. So just making sure I take things easy for myself today. And today, since today I'm treating today as a rest day, I should be fully recovered for tomorrow, especially if I sleep well tonight. So that's about it. There's just these leg raises here, just to work my core, just to get some type of resistance training done. I did 3 sets. I didn't time myself or anything. I just kind of like did, you know, each set and then kind of walked around for a little bit. I was outside here, of course. And I was thinking, like, hey, why not, get on the punching bag? I was actually on the punching bag before I did these leg raises. And then I was like, I still have to, like, try and make sure I upload because I can't just upload me punching the punching bag and that being, like, the daily calisthenics. That's not, there's no calisthenics in me punching a punching bag. So I knew, like, let me do something here. And leg was all I could really do. I did do some stretching. I did quite a bit of stretching in between the sets as well. I made sure just to kind of like open up my hips. Of course, in the morning you're always gonna feel stiff. So sometime after you wake up, maybe after you eat breakfast, you want to try and do some stretching just to kind of make you feel a lot more light. It kind of also gives you a bit more energy. But these leg raises, they were also a good way to decompress my spine, which is, of course, not a bad thing at all. And here's my punching bag setup here. I'm pretty sure in previous videos you guys might have seen like the setup and whatnot. And just to let you know, I don't really know what I'm doing. I've never taken any like formal lessons, nor have I really, I would say, properly analyzed or watched videos on punching and striking and whatnot. Here in this first little clip, I am doing some elbows. I have no idea what the elbow it is. The elbow that I'm doing, honestly, I don't know. I don't know what elbow you would call it. I am interested in Muay Thai. So, I will practice doing some elbows, different types of elbows on here. Of course, I'll practice like jabs and crosses and, hooks and whatnot. I want to try and practice more of kicking, more of kicking and knee strikes, but I don't have a big enough bag for that, at least not yet. I do want to try and get a bigger bag, like maybe a 70 pound or 100 pound, probably a 70 pound bag, just so I can do a bit more full body stuff. And the reason why I would prefer like Muay Thai over like boxing is purely just because how much more your body is involved within that sport. So I'm not saying like, you don't use your legs at all in boxing, but in boxing, again, you don't use your legs to strike. So you're not using your legs when it comes to, trying to develop any power into, incapacitating your opponent. I also just like kicking. I mean, like, I'm like some anime weeb or whatever. So it's just like cool to kind of like see my anime characters that I like kicking, and then maybe I can kick too. Again, this is interesting. This is my first time actually seeing me like strike, seeing me actually punch something. I feel like my elbows, maybe they don't look that bad. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to look at what actual elbow strikes look like on a bag. But my punches, they look a little weird. It's like of course I'm not fully extending. I'm not sure what the maybe the criteria would be for when it comes to punching. And I'd say I feel like I'm striking low. I'm not striking at eye level. At some point, I did realize that during my session here. But I could probably get better at making sure I strike like at around eye level or a bit higher. I really did enjoy doing the elbows. The elbows were probably like really fun. You do feel like some type of tension in your forearm, but I'm pretty sure that's just like a normal thing. That's just going to happen because you're striking a leather bag repeatedly over and over. So yeah, and then here I'm trying to like string up punches and elbows. I don't know like all the combos or whatever in, I guess, combat sports, but I'm just trying my best to see like which movements flow better into one another. The whole sesh in general was, pretty cool, pretty chill. Of course, not something as strenuous as my usual days. Had a pretty good time. But yeah, see you guys in the next video. I'd say that's about it for this one. And maybe I'll include more punching bag sessions in future videos.